Hi, I'm Michelle. Nice to meet you.
I'm Kyle. Nice to meet you too.
Here's my cover letter, resume, and references for you in case you needed them.
All right, sounds good. Why don't you have a
Thank
seat?
you.
Well, thank you for coming today. You're going to be applying for the LPN position at X company.
Yes.
I'm the hiring manager, so I have a few questions to ask you today. So if you oblige me in answering some with me here, and at the end, it'll be time for questions that you have of me.
Okay.
Start out with, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
So I have been going to nursing school for just over a year now. Recently have gotten my LPN license through the board of South Dakota. So I am on the registry and have my number and everything. In the last year, I've been doing a lot of clinicals through OB and long-term care and all those fields. And I really narrowed it down to this one field that I'm really become passionate about. I've been in the nursing field now for over 10 years. Started as a CNA, really loved it for all those years, and now have decided to take this next step forward in becoming a licensed practical nurse.
Very good, very good. You kind of touched on this, but can you expand on what you've been doing to improve your knowledge in the last year or two?
So ever since COVID, we've really been working on getting more knowledge out there about the nursing field. So I took that next step and have been really going through all of my requirements to get into nursing school, so all my anatomy classes and all my math classes. And so I've really expanded my knowledge in the nursing field, going through all those classes and then going through my nursing classes have really allowed me to get the most recent information and the most recent data that's out there to really expand in my knowledge.
Very good. You touched on some of this, but can you go into more depth about what experience that you have in this field?
So my experience really boils down to being a CNA since I've been in high school. So I started off as that, gaining a lot of knowledge in the hospital area, and then went on to expand as a medication aide, where I was handling more of the medications and gaining more of the responsibility that came with that. Then I did the next step was becoming a licensed practical nurse and took that step and gained more of that knowledge that I needed to take that step.
Excellent. Okay. Can you explain how you would be an asset to our particular organization?
So being an asset for this organization, I would definitely bring in all of my past experience that I've gained from being a CNA, but not only have I gained a knowledge from other CNAs of how they do things, but I gained a lot of knowledge from the other nurses that I've worked with and giving me their tips and tricks of how to do things in the nursing field that have worked for them. And I've been able to adjust those to be able to work for me and my personality and how I do things. And so I feel like with all that knowledge that I've gained over all these years, bringing this to this organization would be a huge asset.
All right, thank you. Can you tell us what you believe your greatest strength is, and then what you believe your greatest weakness is as well?
My greatest strength is definitely getting to know people, getting to understand them, and being able to help them through their toughest times that they're going through. My weakness is definitely doing the paperwork part of it. I tend to procrastinate on it, but I always make sure it's done by the deadline.
Very good. As you know, sometimes in this field things get a little hectic. Can you tell me how you operate when there's a lot of pressure on you?
So when there's a lot of pressure on me, I actually become a lot calmer. I definitely think things through, but I think things through at a faster pace, and I'm able to come to those decisions a lot faster, especially through my experiences I've had in this field. I understand how quickly things can go bad, and I'm able to make those decisions faster to get to the result that we need to get to.
Very good. All right. Can you tell me about a time when you helped resolve a dispute between two of your coworkers?
So there's been a time where two CNAs did not really get along together. They had different personalities, and unfortunately, there was times when we just couldn't really schedule them to be at different times in the day or different days. So we really worked on their communication skills to make sure that we just remained professional, especially in front of our residents and residents' families and everything. So we made sure that they definitely got a break from each other too. We took our breaks at different times. We made sure to try and get people to help each other out and not just have them two helping each other out. But we really mainly focused on communication and how to talk to each other.
Good, good. So, what are you looking for in a work environment?
In a work environment, I'm really looking for a place that is flexible but yet holds their employees to a standard. I definitely want to be at a place where I can rely on somebody to help me through things that I've never been through myself, that I may not know as a new nurse. So just being able to rely on somebody that would be able to help me through those ropes and help me out.
All right, good. What would your previous supervisors say are some of your stronger points?
Some of my stronger points are definitely getting to know the residents and being very compassionate and empathetic with them. I do excel in that area really well.
Okay. What helps motivate you in any position you've worked for?
My motivation really is just being able to come to work, enjoy not only the residents that I would be working with, but my coworkers, knowing that we can talk to each other about nursing stuff, but also being able to talk to each other about our personal lives and just being able to kind of joke around a little bit, and just being able to interact with each other and say, hey, I'm scheduled for this day to work, but it's not going to work for me. I had something come up. Being able to trade shifts and being flexible like that would be really great.
Good. Looking at your resume, it says you've been a CNA for quite a few years and med aid as well, but this would be your first position as an LPN. So what would you do to help you transition into that position and make up for any lack of experience that you might have?
Definitely my experience from the clinicals have greatly pushed me, and being able to talk to the other nurses that I've done clinicals with, and them giving me input on the things I'm doing really great and the things that I can work on. And then just coming in as a new LPN, being able to have a nurse that I can work with and be able to call upon and being like, hey, this is what the doctor's ordered. I don't know how to do that, or I don't understand what they're saying. Just having them come in and be like, okay, this is what you need to do. I will help you through it. If I can see something being done 2 or 3 times, I'm a very visual person, so that would be great if I could just see it being done by another nurse and just them being able to take me and just help me out.
Very good. Okay, can you give me can you help me know if you would like to work overtime, nights, weekends? What are your preferred shifts?
My preferred shifts would be either nights or during the day. And evenings and weekends and holidays, that's kind of an expected thing at this point in this field. So the only time that really doesn't work for me is just in the evenings.
Okay. So what are your current salary expectations?
My current salary expectations would be the average LPN salary for the state of Minnesota. And then just being a little bit above that just because of all the experience that I'm bringing in from being a CNA And a med aid for all those years, I would expect to be just above kind of the low end of the average there.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me at this time?
So I was doing a little research on the company, and I was just wondering, it didn't quite say if the shifts would be 8 hours or 12 hours long.
Okay. I believe we have both options available, depends if it's weekends, overnights, or during the day and evening shifts.
Okay, that's great. I really enjoy kind of the flexibility to be able to go back and forth. And then, what are your available options to move up in this organization?
Ability to move up depends on experience and level of education. So if you move on to get your registered nurse license, that would open opportunities for you as well. And then there are other supervisor positions available once you have been in that position for a while. So it's really going to depend on both increasing education and overall time in the LPN or RN positions.
Okay. Do you guys offer incentives or anything to move up to the registered nurse position?
No, it just comes with the general salary increase, and there's often an ability to change your hours at that time. Obviously, moving into a new position, you'd have some flexibility there, and we'd look at what options could happen.
Okay. Well, that's terrific. Do you have any other questions for me that I can answer?
Not at this time. Thank you for coming in today, and we hope to be getting back to you in a week or two here, okay?
All right. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you, Michelle.